get an extension. Let me show you. This one right here. The War of 1812 was fought by the United States of America and its indigenous allies against the UK. As soon as we fought them back, we reset these motherfuckers' clocks. Right? So now you wonder, okay, so now this is giving us a whole new paradigm to look at. Elijah Muhammad's refusal to bear arms for the FOI. No guns. Because we got the right to defend ourselves, but they got to attack us first. But what they do is, instead of them attacking us, they sick us on each other. They sick Bloods on Crips and Crips on Bloods. They sick Vice Lords on GDs and Blackstones on BDs. And then run around and disappear when all of the drama go down like they don't got nothing to do with it. Like I wasn't there. But they started the whole shit from the beginning. So every time we fight back, they get an extension. Because it's supposed to be about knowledge. It's supposed to be about wisdom. It's supposed to be about understanding. It's supposed to be the ability to perceive the attacks of the enemy and the ability to adjust to the circumstances without resorting to base warfare. Because it was part of a ceasefire agreement. The original 200 years of George Washington was from the death of Crispus Attucks, right, which is 1776. But when we fought back in the War 1812, we reset they fucking clock. So Garvey get here with a whole fucking army. Show you. See, I like to show y'all better because I can show you better than I can tell you. Where the hell did it go? So when Garvey got here, he went to putting together armies. Look. Now look what I looked up. Group pictures. But when you look at the group pictures, all you see is soldiers in formation. All you see is soldiers. He wanted to tear these motherfuckers' ass up. But once he discovered why Du Bois wouldn't fight these motherfuckers back, right? Why he understand when Noble Drew Ali said that he put all the secrets out in the public domain. When Garvey get here and start going into these lodges, because he was a grand master of the Prince Hall Blue House Lodge. So while he's coming in here building these armies, go look him up. He had literally armies. He had the same equivalent as the FOI way back then, right? Now, he got infiltrated and they look like this, but they ain't us. They them niggas that was standing in that picture with them high water ass pants on, looking like they done stole somebody's chicken and they hiding it up in that motherfucking building. That's who is doing this shit. Now, they own your Federal Reserve System. They own the FBI, the CIA. Those are not government agencies. Y'all think them government agencies. These are all private corporations that's under what's called an umbrella corporation known as the United States of America, that's not your government, but a fictitious entity masquerading as your government the whole fucking time, right? That don't got nothing to do with us. That Bible don't got nothing, religions don't got nothing to do with us. All of this shit is about learning. That's what all it's about, learning. Who gonna learn enough to unlock these people's mind from this Bible trap, this Quran trap, this motherfucking dogma, the tradition, the teaching without no information, so you make it up as you go? Who's gonna break us out of that shit? Right? I ran across a sister on Instagram that was dropping some heavy jewels, and I posted her on my Instagram thread. I didn't even know that was a whole thing until I tried to share the post, and it popped up on the thread, and I shared it, and it's not on Instagram. I thought I was going to post it on my Instagram page, but next time I get on the show with the young elder, I'm going to play one of her videos, because she's telling you the same thing, and this lady don't know me from a rock in Iraq. Right? So these people this script is played out straight out of Morals and Dogma, Albert Pike. The whole script that you watching is unfolding now at the fall of the Zionist Jews. Right? First of all, who is a Zionist Jew? The Zionist is Sion. Sion was the word before they transliterated it into English as Zion. Sion is a old culture that comes from the Sinai Peninsula at the base of the Sinai Mountain. And it was a culture that was contemporary to Babylonian culture. This is where Ninursin ruled with what's known as the rights of sin. The sin rights makes you a sinner. When they preempted us with their blood rights, they Babylonian blood rights, they Babylonian money magic, and they Babylonian sex magic. The blood magic kept us in the Kali Yuga because the blood of the righteous shall not be spilled in vain, and they killed Crispus Attucks to trap us into this war for 200 years that we got to learn our way out of. We can't fight out with bullets, knives, machetes. Like, we would fuck them motherfuckers up. We was fucking them up already. But the conjure has rules that override the rules of the base warfare rules. So the rules of engagement becomes different. So when we start fighting back in 1812, it reset their clock. What happened in 2012? 200 years later, the Mayan clock miraculously came to an end. Think about that. You talking about some divine timing. The Mayan clock ended in 2012. The next day, they discovered something called the God particle. That's not no coincidence. They always knew about the God particle. They just wasn't finna tell you until it was time to reveal something different, a higher form of intelligence that we can operate from. The Higgs boson is just a tightly bound string light out of the string theory concept. It's more tightly bound than the rest of them. That's it. Because everything that you see is just frequencies and vibrations of light. A holographic projection from your mind into the 3D world. That's why the moon has the actual full map of the earth, right? Why is that? Because that's the projector, right? You can watch a movie through the lens of the projector. You can watch the movie through the lens of a projector. I gotta say that one more time. You can literally watch the movie from the lens of a projector. The only thing is gonna play backwards. That means you can actually see frontwards. So when you're looking at the moon and you thinking that those are just some strange gray colorations, when you do a layover of the Earth grid and the map, it fit perfectly. Just your holographic projection system. tied to the Dark Knight satellite. This is a cleverly designed video game, and we talking about light years ahead of the technology we using today. This ancient technology is still in play. The Dark Knight satellite been up there roughly 25,000 years or more. And some say 250,000, some say a couple of million. But however long it's been there, and however long the moon been there, because the moon ain't been there that goddamn long, we have Earth records of elders writing when the moon wasn't there, and then they start writing a different set of records when the moon got there. Why in the hell is this records changing if the moon is the original piece of our sky? And why I don't see the black light of Lilith? Lilith is a moon of Saturn, right? This one they always get to talk about being in my Saturn energy. They're not talking about the planet Saturn. Saturn is just the cloak. That's a dress. That's the skirt of the judges. Who's the fucking judge? Lilith. Who is Lilith? The Dark Mother. What's another name for the Dark Mother? Kali Ma. Mother Time. Prime Creator. Big Mama. Mama don't take no mess. Big Mama got her man shoes on. Big Mama got Big Papa gun. Y'all in trouble now. She finna bring all this shit to a close, and it's coming up soon. So the Garvey Knox came in, and I've been swimming, and I woke up early. I don't get up. Anybody know me know, I'm not getting up before noon. Even if I wake up, I'm going back to bed. Because first of all, I'm not going to get to sleep till 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, because the witching hour going to be witching. And I'm going to be watching the witching hour do his witchery, right? So while I'm doing that, I can't sleep. But when I go to sleep, I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's some energy moving on a high level, and I need to know what it is. And when I got done going through the messages, it turns out Garvey was knocking like a motherfucker from the crossroads. And this shit's spooky than a motherfucker, but it's spooky good. Because he wants the people to know, because there's a lot of people that is under the wrong impression about Garveyism in the Back to Africa movement. Remember, you can mentally go somewhere without physically being there. It's a mentality. I told you it was Black Root Science. Garvey needed us to get the Black Root Science. What's that? The science of nine ether. Baba gave us the nine ether science in part. Afro Unu gave us another part behind the sacred 8-ball. The Holy Pibi is another part. The sacred parchment scroll of black supremacy is another part. This all part of what they call ancient Ethiopian or ether utopian doctrines of resurrecting dead gods. That's all it is. You know, it's just the science that when you get trapped in the conjure war, what do you need to know to break free from the conjure in order to free your people? You need to know African root science, or what is actually called is nine ether science, or the great science of Aethiops, or Aethiops, the science of the burnt faces, right? Well, they called it that because when the Greeks came to the land of the Aethiops, they thought when they were saying ether, they were saying aethio. When they was talking about why is your skin have what Dr. Valentine called prismatic melanin. When you see Brother Kalai sometimes, he be sparkling in the sun. That's what they talking about. And this is what they trying to figure out. Like, what is this that's look like jewelry glistening in your skin? Why is that? Those are crystals. Those are DNA crystals that solidify and they working in harmony with melanin, prismatic melanin. All of this is micro processing of data in the biological organism called the body. The dead man is the corpse. They got y'all confused about what a zombie is. The zombie don't mean what they tell y'all. It ain't no motherfucker crawled out no grave. In they law, they body of law is called corpus juris secundum. Corpus means corpse. That's the body. Juris is the judge of the dead. Secundum is it's like secondary. So it's the second judging of the body, right? That ain't the literal meaning of it. That's the what you call the etymological root. Corpus Juris Secundum.
According to Wikipedia, Corpus Juris Secundum is an encyclopedia of United States law at the federal and state levels.
Yeah, second body of law. Right. It actually don't mean second body of law. It means second judgment of the corpse. The body. The body is the corpse. Corpus juris secundum. The second judgment of the body. So they think it's like a second look at the law, but there's something called in law stare decisis. Stare decisis mean a direct look. This is the equivalent of the moment of truth in the bull fight, where the bull, for the first time, sees the matador behind the red cape. That's not no coincidence. Get that coincidence shit out your way. These are signs to follow to freedom. I'm reading the breadcrumbs. If I don't let nobody in, I'm doing the Q&A after. I'm following the breadcrumbs. I'm screaming from the mountaintop how I got there. And I'm showing y'all all of the breadcrumbs that got me there. I'm not better than nobody else, but ain't a motherfucker better than me either. I'm the baddest motherfucker ever born, but there's some bad motherfuckers out there. But somebody got to be the baddest. And right now, on this knowledge shit, on this teach yourself how to read what the enemy doing, this military strategy shit, I'm the coldest. And I didn't even plan it that way. It just happened that way because I had too much idle time I had to do something with my brain. I had to do something to build me up for myself because I'm thinking about having a future and having children in the future. And I'm thinking about I need to be in a position to be able to take care of a large number of babies because I want a whole bunch of children. So I was like, I can't do this shit being a fucking buffoon and a befuggling idiot. Right? So what do? I hit the books. Why did I hit the books? Because I need to know how to get out of this condition in order to get back to how we used to live the last time I was here. The last time I was here, I didn't know what poverty was. Now I'm born in that shit. Why in the fuck am I born broke? I'm supposed to be around this motherfucker, Black Jesus, with Jews and shit. And I'm down here fighting some motherfuckers called Jews and shit. This shit don't make sense to me. But then I read The Philosophies and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. And I said, holy shit. I said, what else this motherfucker do? Then I started doing independent research from investigators who research Garvey. And they all keep saying this dumb shit. Garvey wanted all of us to go back to Africa. And I'm like, this shit don't make sense. But I keep running into that confraternity word, that confraternity. Well, what the fuck is this? So then I go look into the confraternity. I end up finding a book that really goes into depth. And the title of the book is Confraternity. And it goes into the setting up it's basically how to organize a secret society, right? Well, Garvey or Prince Hall Freemason. Remember, Prince Hall, he went to Europe because he couldn't get a charter over here because they didn't want us figuring out how to combat them, right? So he went to England and got a charter from the Scottish Rite. Then he came back over here and set up a Masonic lodge because Absalom Jones and him were sitting around watching this conjure work going on in these motherfucking lodges, and they recognized it from genetic memory and said, we need to organize our people like these motherfuckers is cheating, right? They cheating. Then what the fuck you mean they cheating, Rod? Every time somebody start getting close to smelling what these motherfuckers do, they murder them and establish a whole race riot around the murder to make it look like them other motherfucking pink motherfuckers over there doing it. It ain't them. Go back and read David Walker's Appeal. It ain't them motherfuckers. They look like us. The enemy look just like us. They just don't have that love in them that we got. That shit that'll make me say, I got 16 years in the penitentiary. I'm finna lock down in the books for my people. But I really wasn't doing it for my people. It just